All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Doomgiver, just giving you some more Satisfactory. We're started a new world, and we've randomized all of the nodes. We're in the Dune Desert, and now we deal with a very, very dreaded subject, but it's not as bad as you think. Okay, it's the math. It can be intimidating, but we're going to start off slow and easy, and we're going to talk about power first. All right. So if we look in here, I have gone out and harvested and created a bunch of stuff off camera, just so this isn't so monotonous. Now, we need to think about our bio processors, and I'm going to give you the math on why I do the things the way I do it, but I'm also going to, normally I would just do it and not explain anything, but that's no fun. Okay. So if you highlight over it, you'll see it says energy value 15 megajoules. Okay. Now that's just one leaf, even though it says leaves. They do stacks of 500, which is great. But unfortunately, that's not really a lot of power, okay? Now, you can combine them right away as soon as you get to this level. You can go down here to leaves, and 10 make 5. So if you do the math on that, every 2 leaves make 1 biomass. All right, and that's why I have it set up here this way. So that's 15 and 15. That would be 2 of them, correct? So that's 30 in total, would produce 180 megajoule biomass. That is a hell of a conversion. Do not burn these by themselves once you get to this level. No. You don't want to. And I'll give you a reason why. Here is 2 to the 1. Let's do a real life experiment. Here is this lovely feller. And he's just going to produce. He's only connected to this 1 biomass burner. We're going to drop in 2 instead of the 1, and we're going to time it. Let me actually start up a timer on my phone. I'm going to reset this. I know you can't see it, but we're going to drop that in, and we're going to pull this down, and as soon as it starts, this thing will start moving. As soon as it starts, I'm going to hit start on my phone. Okay, that took roughly 7.5 seconds. Okay? 7.5 seconds for 1. Now let's do 1 single biomass, which 2 leaves would equal 1 biomass, right? Because it's 10 to 5. So we're going to do that. Let me reset, pull it down, and starting. We're at 7 seconds now. 10. You can see how much more powerful this is. Not to mention, these stack to 200. So you can really have a huge stack compared to the 500. I know 500 is more than 200, but the time is what matters, okay? We're 35 seconds now. Let me get ready to stop it. And that was 45 friggin' seconds. You see how much more powerful that is. I mean, it's ridiculous. The work is the same stagnant amount no matter what. As long as it has power, it works the same at this point in the game. So, convert. So what I did is I ran over to the water. Hello, water equals vegetation. And there's a river that runs that way, or really a stream. I ran on this side of it and collected as much of the leaves and wood as I could. There's more leaves than anything. Now, wood, let's talk about that. If you look at this, there's 2 ways to make this. There's 10 to 5, or there's 4 wood make 20 biomass. That means 1 wood makes 5 biomass. Hey, look at you doing the math already. I'm so proud of you. So 1 wood is worth 100 megajoules, but it produces 5 180. So by the way, if you hit N on your keyboard, this pops up. And yes, you can do a search like biomass and you can do stuff there. But my friends, you can also do 180 times 5. That's 900. So it will turn 100 into 900. That is very powerful. So do not sleep on that. As soon as you get to this point, please go ahead and do it. So, but even more, you know what? I'm gonna craft all of this into biomass, every bit of it. I'm gonna pause it. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 1,268 of these biomass pallets. Now, each one individually is worth 180 megajoules, but we can do better than that. So let's look at all the different things we've unlocked in our hub. Now, we did tier 0, which is the tutorial, okay? Tier 1, but you can also jump to tier 2. My advice to you, after tons of time playing this game, base building is beautiful. Logistics is beautiful. Field research is even helpful. I would honestly jump to tier 2 and I would go to obstacle clearing. The reason why is solid biofuel. This stuff is what you're going to run your factory on, okay? Jump pads are worthless as hell. I mean, they're fun for like 20 seconds and then you're over it. Resource, this is extra add-ons that you can do. This increases your belt speed. Notice it says 120 over here off to the right hand side there. 120 resources per minute. That's because your current belts, Mark 1 belts, which we haven't even talked about yet, are only do 60 a minute. So even if you're pumping out 140 product out of a mine, it doesn't care. You're limited by your weakest link, and your weakest link at this point in the game is your 60 per minute belts. We'll get to it. Okay. By the way, if you have any questions or anything, I'll link in my Discord channel to where you can come in and ask questions, comment on the video. I'm happy to help. I love helping. I love talking about the math. Like I said, this is my favorite game. So obstacle clearing is what I recommend you doing first. Okay. So gonna select that milestone and looky what I did. I already made all of the stuff. I did that by hand for you. You're welcome. Kaboom. By the way, you can run out here and watch him take off.
Solid biofuel created from any biomass ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated fun.
Fun. Second thing I recommend is platforms. Then we're not jumping up and down all this craziness. Okay, so now we have the chainsaw. We can get it there. But let's talk about biofuel. I know the guy went up in the air, but you automatically get it. So this is 8 to 1. I'm going to create one and we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about the dreaded math. Okay. So what was that? 4 to 1. Nope. If you right click and drag off, it'll allow you to split boom to boom. And that is 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just doing this for a visual. 6, 7, 8. Now, that is going to be 180 times 8. So in 180 times 8, 1440. All right. Well, how much is a single one for? I did that wrong, didn't I? It's not 8. It's 8 to... man, what can I say? 8 to 4. So that's 2 equals 1. I did that totally wrong. Hey, what can I say, man? It's late at night. I should be going to bed, but here I am doing this for you guys. Okay. So it's a 2 to 1. So 180 times 2. That's 360. But this guy is magically 450. Heck of a lot better than 2. We can test that. We already did 1, which was 45 seconds. So we know that that is going to be 1 minute and 30, right? Boop, 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 split, split, split. All right, I'm going to save you the arduousness of watching this slowly tick by. I can pause it. Or should I pause it? I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. Tell you what, we'll get to 45 seconds. No, we'll get to 1.5 minutes, and I'll call it at that point, okay? So, we're already looking at 30 seconds at this point. You get the point, right? I hope I don't have to beat this nail too many times. It's far, far better to convert your leaves into biomass and your biomass into, what do they call them? Solid biofuel. Later on, you can actually come up with another type of biofuel that is liquid biofuel. It's a whole different process, okay? We're going to talk about how to make power stations, rudimentary power stations. I'm fast enough to where I'm going to get into coal power very quick, okay? I can do coal power in probably 2 hours. I might have to go out and do 1 run, and that's about it, but still. Okay, and we are at 1 minute 30 at this point. So we're getting extra. That extra is free. All we had to do was process it. That's all we had to do. It's beautiful. Now, there is a caveat to this. This is not going to be for every biomass burner. These 2 biomass burners are magical, okay? That lasted 1 minute and 52 seconds. Okay. These 2 biomass burners are magical biomass burners, okay? They produce 20 megawatts of power. Yes, yes, yes. Wrong button. Build. No, Q. B is flashlight for some reason. B stands for flashlight. The biomass burners that you can build, if you hit E on them, they actually produce 30, not 20. So, but those burn through stuff slower. So there is that. So all the calculations I was doing was just for demonstration. Now, these biomass burners, as of 1.0, are super special because they have an input. Used to, you would have to come and manually click on it, drag and drop your stuff in there for it to work. Highly aggravating. It really took extra time. So, all right, that's all I wanted to go over that. We're going to destroy this. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. Let's go ahead and get foundations. Like I said, I made a whole bunch of stuff off to the side mainly so I didn't have to do that stack. I should have done that stack. So you can't just run through everything. You have to let this fly up and then fly back down.
Several new structures are now available,
which takes a bit of time. Notice the upper right corner. Pod will return in 2 minutes.
Building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, Be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Thanks. Really helpful. All right, so I want to do logistics if I can, and field research as well. Do I have enough? I probably have enough. So logistics allows you to split one conveyor into 3. You do not have to split to 3. You can split to just 2. There's nothing wrong with that. Just use 2 of the exit ports, not all 3 of them, right? So if you have 150 coming in, you can split it to 75, 75. If you do all 3, it'll be 50, 50, 50, right? The math. Gotta love the math. The math is fun. I love the math. Math is awesome. All right, there. Oh, I can't add anything. See, if I try and drag and drop, it won't do it because I've got 40 seconds left. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing, oh, let's build the chainsaw and the biomass while we wait. Now, the chainsaw works off of solid biofuel. So what I would recommend is we've actually gotten a bunch of different things, okay? And we haven't done anything. Organization, this thing shows up. What I normally do is come down here and I toss all of my excess wire and stuff into that thing. What do I need? Oh, 5 plates. I need 150 screws. Whatever. Boop, 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 boop. All right, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Now, we can make our... Oh, you had to be kidding me. Okay, I lied. 1 second. All right, let's try that one more time. So now we can create it. All right. Plug, 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 plug. And boom. All right, we've got the chainsaw. Let's go ahead and put that into our inventory. Now you'll notice on the left-hand, bottom left side of the screen, chainsaw uses biomass. Ooh. All right, if I just run it like this, will it actually burn through biomass? Yes, it will. Okay. All right, so what I would suggest is store all except the biomass. Now, run out like a lunatic and chainsaw as much stuff as possible. Now, I have created already what I lovingly, this is a rudimentary version of the machine. What this does is I have thrown in the biomass, and this guy is converting it over into solid fuel. He spits it out, it comes up into here, and we have lovely fuel. Now, I do that because sitting there banging on stuff is annoying as hell. What are you doing down there, buddy? So, we're going to run out here, chop down some trees, give you a little demo of it, and then I'll pause it because honestly it's boring work. But you should only have to do this once, maybe twice, before you're finally into the realm of coal power. Okay, if it's your first time playing it, don't be offended if it's your, you have to do it 3 or 4 times. That's perfectly fine. One beautiful thing about the game is it's at your pace, okay? And I apologize, turn down your speakers in advance because this thing gets loud. Here we go. You're warned. See how it's highlighted? Ba-boom. 31 leaves and 5 wood. That's pretty good. Now, it does do an area of effect. So if I get in close enough, there it goes. Kaboom. All right, that only did 1, right? But watch, if I get close enough here, it'll affect the bush behind it. Ba-boom. It will destroy this stuff as well. All right. So there is that. There's a way. Oh, yeah. See how it says switch to single mode, hit R? Now it'll only do a single one, and that's it. All right. Once again, I showed y'all last episode, the hogs. If you bop them on the side, walk to the side, you can get a second hit. And then pop them on the side, go to the side. They're that simple to kill. That takes a little bit of practice though. Don't be upset. Okay, so if you wanted to, if I hit R for area mode and I chainsaw 1, all right, let's do single mode first. If I chainsaw 1, it's not going to affect the others. Now if I hit R and now I'm in area mode and I chainsaw 1, watch. Boom, they all go away. Yes, you could do that on leaves if you wanted to, or you could just hold down E and it grabs all of them. You have to hit E on 1 to begin with. All right. Boom, 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 boom. But I basically go out and fill up my inventory. Now, this thing is a pale berry. Pale berries are health, just like the nut things that I had in my inventory a second ago here. These give 1 block. You have these blocks down here in the bottom left. They'll give 1 whole block. The nuts give half a block. But you get 5 nuts. Sometimes this one only has 1, it looks like. Sometimes they'll have 2, 3, or 4, I believe. So when I pick this up, Ada's going to have something to say about it. Enjoy.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized as compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
All right. You see why I left this whole area over here off to the side. Because, I mean, I'm going to come through. I can't chop down these trees just by grabbing them. Once again, if I hold E now and walk up to this, it doesn't do anything. But if I click E and hold it, walk up to another thing. So you can literally just hold Shift, E, and W, and you're like a Hoover vacuum. Except for the trees. You can't pick up trees. This is literally what I did in order to get as much biomass and all that jazz as you saw when the episode started. So, all right, do we get the point? I'm sure we get the point. All right, we're at 22 minutes. Let's go ahead and head back. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff. One is the paleberry and the dude. I mean, the wood. Oh, sorry. The wood itself is gold. All right. So we'll go ahead and make the machine. I do this mainly because, boop. Come on, give me that. There we go. Oh, dude, look. Normal crude oil. This is the randomization of the world. If you're playing normal, you will not have crude oil here. Crude oil is back behind this wall. You go up over the top and drop down the other side. There's oil all over the place. And that's pretty much all that's over there. Okay. Now we don't have to go crazy. I know it says objective, build the space elevator. Don't care. Don't care. We're going to go ahead and do, well, so this is the machine. Wait, we need logistics. We're going to build the machine off to the side too. All right. And okay. Go ahead and take. I know that seemed like a waste, right? Once again, I would go out there if I wasn't recording and destroy most of that habitat. No, it doesn't grow back. I hear you asking that question. It does not. We need a little bit more plates and a little bit more iron rods. And then we are going to get into it. All right, be right back. All right, welcome back. We're going to have a quick lesson on power management. So we're only using the one. He's done. He ain't doing anything, and that's fine. More than fine, trust me. can actually get rid of him because we built something else. So we're only using this one power guy. He is doing 20 megawatts of power. It doesn't matter how much stuff you cram into this guy. He only does 20 megawatts of power. Okay. Now I built the machine off of him and the machine is plugging away. I actually went and got some more stuff. So he's using 4. All right. If you go up to one of these power poles and click on it, it will tell you how much you're using. Now, this will fluctuate based on a cycle, okay? The machine over here is staggering. So he's off, now he's working, and then he's idle. And the reason for that is this belt only allows 60 a minute to come in. But if we go in and look at him, he needs 120 minutes to work. So boom, he got 8. So he's working, and he's only down to 4. 5, 6, 7, start again. And he's working, and oh no, he stopped. He's waiting for. Now, if we upgraded that belt to where we could get 120 a minute, as soon as it hit 12, boom, it hit 12 again. Boom, it hit 12 again. Boom, it hit 12 again. He would be constant. He wouldn't be starting and stopping. So that's the reason for that. You also have to be conscious if it gets stopped up. Let's say we're producing this too fast and he's not able to exit it out quick enough. That could be a problem too, but we're fine. 60 a minute is our bottleneck anyway, so we're cool. Look how much biofuel we're sitting here on. Okay, so that's the reason for the up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, as you highlight here, it tells you this is 16.1. But then when we get here, it's 12.2. It's because the 4 goes away. He's not working, right? Okay, so this graph tells you a bunch of very, very important things. Our total capacity is 20. That means what we're able to handle, okay? Max consumption shows the amount of power that would be consumed if all machines in the grid were active. Capacity shows the maximum amount of power this grid can supply. So that's because we have one machine. He provides 20. There's your 20. Now, if I turn on all machines, or all machines are operating at the same time, it'll hit 20. Okay. Now, production, this shows the amount of power being produced on the grid. This is probably one of the more aggravating things. Don't worry, water and liquids are far worse, but really they're simple when you get down to the bare bones and follow some very simple rules. I'll get you there. Trust me. It's not complicated. If you want a funny Easter egg, if you click on it, it clicks. If you keep clicking on it, pop, 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 stupid stinking thing, it'll actually glitch out on you. Like that. Abuse of fix-it property detected. User has been temporarily locked out. Report sent to HR. Recommended solution: anger management, dishonorable discharge, therapy, or accidental exposure to dangerous substances. Okay, so if the breaker ever pops, you do not have to go to this guy and reset the breaker. You saw me do that early in the episode. You can go to any power pole and the breaker will be here as well. So don't necessarily run to that. So 20. Now I built a little something over here. I put some iron in there and in there. One is feeding this one. This produces ingots. This guy produces ingots. This guy produces metal plates. This guy produces iron rods. Now, I have paused this guy because the math. That's 4 over there. And then this guy produces, or needs 4. Did I say 4? Yeah, 4. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But if we actually, that one I destroyed, he was causing us to go over. because it's not really 4. It's like 4.0001. It's fuzzy math. What can I say? You can go into these machines. You'll see production paused. I turned it off. I'm going to start it now. Earlier, when that one was working, this guy was causing the circuit to constantly trip. Very annoying. Now, they're making stuff on their own. I don't have to sit there and bang away. What's nice about this is you can come in here and just grab what you need. Nice and simple. Okay? I'm definitely going to fix this before next episode because I hate having to jump up here. All right. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. I already got that. So we just need the rods. Easy enough. Now, if I'm impatient, I could go and grab the rods. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Sort. So once again, this is food and this is food. There will be inhalers later that we'll be able to get that'll actually help out. That's with the man. We're not there quite yet. Now, I had to do 2 separate production lines for the iron ore. Later on, when I get this logistics, one of the things is going to be a splitter, and I'll be able to just build 1 container. As you can see, you can stack them. But I'll build 1 container with a split to where it'll send half to one, half to another in an even amount. By the way, this is a ladder. So in a pinch, you can climb, which is nice. He's for another episode. Yep, you're about out. Now, there are miners that are going to make this go so much faster. Kinda. But I'm not quite there yet. I want... When you first start the game and you're not watching something like what I'm doing, you're not going to do things like this. You're going to build it out. You're going to be like, ooh, I got a miner. I want to go in and make a Mark 1 miner. And you're going to build it, and you're going to build some stuff, and then you're going to be like, I need to destroy everything and start over. It happens over and over and over again. I've played this game enough to know that's going to happen, so I'm not going to fall for that trap. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go ahead and put 2 here. No, I'll put 3 there. Because plates actually use a lot more. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to let that chew on it a bit. Whee! And I've got 29. Is that enough? 5, 4... No, I need what? 38? 3, 4, 8. Yeah, 38. Look at that. Quick math. What can I say? Almost there. By the way, you can grab them off the belt if you want. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we're good. Although we're way down here again. Once again, you can change where this guy goes. If you delete him, you can move him. Deleting him will pull everything from the box that's sitting off to the side, which is okay. Wow. Okay, what the hell happened there? Bananas, my friends. Bananas. All right. Throw that in. Throw it in. Throw it in. Go. Okay. So we just did logistics, which is these. These are very important.
Can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fix-It encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes.
Tears.
Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
That doesn't help, Ada. Thank you for playing, though. Okay, so Mark II conveyors, instead of using regular plates like Mark 1 does, it's going to use these. You can do this in short stints, but you got to make them all by hand until you do parts assembly with the assembler That will allow you to combine screws plus plates to boom, make reinforced steel plates. So it depends on how you want to do it, how you want to play. Totally up to you. Okay. I might open up this just to get the MAM and the map. I can show y'all some more stuff with that. Hard drives, don't worry about just yet. I'll probably go ahead and do that. Anyways. All right. You see how the time is over 2 minutes and 30 seconds this time. It's just because the game is, oh, you're getting further in, and it's going to give you more of a nerf. That's all. Okay. I believe that should be good for this episode. Once again, hey man, like, subscribe, all that. Join my Discord. Talk to me. If you have questions, you're new to the game, you want advice, I'll be happy to help. Anything. I love this game. The math is fun. I have a notebook full of notes jotted down. I look like a crazy person. It's all the math whenever you're trying to do stuff. Especially later in the game, nuclear energy is a huge pain. It's stuff like that. By the way, you can run power from these way the hell out there if you need to. Now it'll say missing materials, wire too long, just shorten it. I'm just missing a rod, but you can run that out there and actually have, I'll probably do that before the next episode, just have it producing concrete for me, because concrete is important when it comes to foundations. Concrete and plates, big time. You're able to do fun stuff like this. If I hit, well, I hit the wrong button there. Whoop. Stuff like that. So we can carpet the world in metal. I don't know where the concrete went, but it's in here somewhere. By the way, this isn't like Valheim where you have an issue with stability. You can do that if you want to play like that. Totally up to you. When dismantling, by the way, if you hold left alt and you highlight over stuff, now whenever I delete, it deletes all of it. So yeah, you can also do filter. If you hit G, you can tell it, hey, I don't want to disable this. So now when you hold left alt, it'll only select those. See, I'm holding left alt. It only selects those. Okay. So anyways, questions, let me know. Y'all have a great night or day, whatever.